Claudia Martinez is a vegetarian and an animal lover who is a mental illness survivor. Her love of writing and storytelling became her saving grace shortly after symptoms of depression and PTSD began at the age of 12. She continues to share her story in the hopes of either helping other survivors embrace their own bravery or to help others understand the realities of mental illness. Claudia is going to be reading her essay, My Life on Paper.
My life on paper is pretty great. I have this wonderful design career, run a successful organizing business, live in a great apartment close to the city, and get to cuddle with the 3 cutest felines ever. I have my health, my humor, and I'm surrounded by love. Loved by my family, my friends, and my beloved. Congenial, career-driven, crazy cat lady never looked so good on paper. The thing with paper, though, is that inevitably it will disintegrate, especially when the foundation of your fabulous flowchart is resting on a ticking time bomb known as depression, or what I call the plummeting patch. Patch. Said word brings on happy moments from my childhood. Patches of grass at the park, Cabbage Patch Kid dolls I used to boss around, the cool patches my mom would impose on my jean jacket. All innocent, joyful moments. Sadly, though, around my late teens, I began really hating the word, specifically when I was told that my depression was a rough patch. But with each new depressional moment, I quickly learned this patch was more of an invasion. See, a rough patch is when the pollen infuses the air, setting off the allergic motions of your eyes tearing up and your mascara running. A rough patch is when your hair doesn't cooperate for a few days because of humidity, perhaps expired hair product. A rough patch is when, for at least 3 days in a row, the Bloody 7 train takes its sweet-ass time getting you to work all during performance review time. These aforementioned moments, while tricky, don't compare at all to the plummeting patch. That moment when you're on a soothing cloud, the wind tickling your face, and your heart is at complete peace. When you can smile effortlessly, get out of bed easily, and that inner voice that crushes you has some form of emotional laryngitis. When you look in the mirror and unconditionally love the girl staring back at you. Then all of a sudden, it hits you, like a rock adorned with shrapnel. The left part of your chest, right above your heart, soaringly sinks into a place of despair. When your anxiety infects that very heart that seconds ago was high, hopeful, happy. When your limbs start to feel numb, your head becomes inexplicably heavy, and smiling feels like the impossibility of the century. The idea of getting out of bed, the very thought of moving your once motivated limbs to leave your comforting, non-judgmental, silent bed paralyzes you. The unfeasibility of that notion makes the idea of taking a leisurely stroll on the moon rationally attainable. And everything that once existed in your mind, the reinforcements you would access to soothe this bout, the reminders that your life is pretty amazing, the assurance that you will survive this moment, that you have survived these moments, are all wiped from the forefront of your once cognitive, clear mind. It all becomes a foreign concept that is full of flawed, sloppy holes, one being that said memories are all lies. And the voice returns. You're a failure. You are worthless. You are nothing. That very paper with your wonderful life soon looks like a ransom note, a paper built on deception, intentional pain, and flawed reality. Depression has callously captured you. She gives no warning. Her parasitical tendencies have no mercy on all your senses and all your thoughts. She throws off your everyday life, tyrannically calling the shots. The bitch doesn't even give you an estimated time of departure. So becomes the waiting game. A cognitive labor pain, if you will. No offense to all the strong women that have given birth, but the general similarities exist. It's a moment where you just have to breathe and survive the excruciating pain. A moment where you just gotta know there is an end in sight. that even if you're being ripped apart inside, that you have to try and know that this will be over soon. Over. See, that's a difference between labor and depression. Scientifically, we all know that labor will end, that a baby has to come out. It would all be finished once you hold that newborn in your arms, and all is okay once again. With depression, you have to trust that there is a conclusion of this plummeting patch, but it's never actually over. It inevitably happens again and again, and it's not like you have any say. Depression takes the right of choice from your grasp. Even still, though, once you have plummeted and rock bottom has engulfed you, there is only one place to go: up. Up can mean brushing your teeth, opening a window. Up can mean getting out of bed, showering, putting on earrings. Up can mean going to work, taking a deep breath of fresh air. Up can mean finally crying, because even the relief of crying when you are collapsed is a daunting capability that doesn't exist. These very moments help rebuild your memory bank, your confidence level, each example serving as a reassuring reflection you refer to as you climb out of the front lines. And then a new voice. You will be okay. You can do this, 1 second at a time. Breathe and just be. All you have to do is just be. Then before you know it, you feel that wind on your face again and your heart can finally rest. You're sitting on your knees on that cloud once more, eyes closed and grateful that you existed and endured, that your life on paper holds true, even more so than before. For now you can add to it and proudly proclaim that you are a survivor of depression. Thank you.